Hi, this is Charlie giving you Monday's market commentary. Hope you're very well. Before we go into the markets themselves, let's have a quick run through belief in trading. And it's such an important aspect of trading, getting your mindset right. How many people actually truly believe that they will be successful in trading? I think a lot of people want to believe that they are going to be successful in trading. When they're newer traders, but maybe their belief isn't quite there. But it's such an important part of what we do. If you don't believe you can do it or be successful, then maybe you won't be. And it's just the same as we've just obviously had Wimbledon and the tennis. And if you look at someone like Andy Murray, he's believed that he would someday be Wimbledon champion for a good few years now, and ultimately it's come through to him. So it's so important that you see it across the board in sport, that sports people will visualize their success, and yet traders don't seem to do that. And so but if you can truly get to a point where you believe that you're going to be successful, then you will be. It's a bit like I sometimes will ask a group of traders, okay, how many people believe they will be profitable today or this week? And people will sometimes say, well, I don't know, I hope. And there's a big difference between hoping that you'll be profitable and actually believing. And it doesn't mean to say, see, I wake up every day and I believe that I will make money every day. It doesn't mean to say that I do, because obviously like any other trader, I'll have losing days, but my belief is there, and because of that belief I'm profitable more often than not. But just something to bear in mind. If your belief's not quite there, then you might need to work on your mindset a lot, and that's where spending time with other traders who are successful can help with your belief, because sometimes all you need, I remember years ago at one point in my early career that sometimes you just think, oh God, I'm never going to be able to do this. I don't think anyone can do this. And so and that's why we do these videos and all the other things that we do to help people with their belief systems. And so because that's what's so important, to ensure that people will actually get there, because so often it's the small things that really make the difference. But anyway, just have a look at that anyway. Right, let's go through these markets. Let's start off with maybe with oil. I think I mentioned it on Friday's market commentary that I'd exited that trade. Oh, I didn't half get lucky there, didn't I? Although I think it's probably still going to go higher. It's sitting at it's in the 105s today, so I think it probably is still going to go higher yet anyway. But so oil, still looking for more upside. It's all looking good at the moment. So for those of you that are looking to trade oil, then still bullish on oil until we get right into that zone, and we could even break through that 110 zone. So if we break through that, we need to come out to a weekly chart to say, okay, well, where's the next levels? And then we've got the next levels right over here in the upper in the teens there. So certainly got some potential there with oil. Let's take this back to a daily chart. Okay, let's have a look at the S&P. Now the S&P, I talked about this last week, it's having a lovely run. It's just sort of sitting up there today. But if we look at the likes of the Russell, which I think I alluded to on Friday, it's already broken out. And this one, a pullback to these prior highs, if it was to pull back to these prior highs, should be like a buy zone. So you might, some of you traders who like trading indexes, then keep your eye on the Russell there, because that looks like it could well be coming to a buy zone if it does pull back into that area for you index traders. And what else have we got here? We'll have a look at the euro and the pound, both similar at the moment. This is the daily chart. I'm recording this Monday morning, and just sort of consolidating after that huge candle, not exactly surprising. So just consolidating here at the moment, and it's just a case of what are we going to do. Such a big candle, it's very difficult to know what was actually going to happen after that. Market's going to take time to sort itself out, and it's the same with the pound, I believe, as well. If we have a look at the pound's obviously candle wasn't quite so big. So are we just, and I posed this question I think on Friday, are we just going to ultimately just roll over and give all this back? And I think when we come out to the much bigger time frame, that would still be potentially on the cards there. So, but at the moment it's too early to to tell, but because obviously we have had that nice big candle, and it's just a case of I can't really say too much at the moment. But certainly, if we start to roll down, and we start breaking towards 129 again, then it's really going to be odds are on for a proper break, and we're going to be going lower. So watch that one on the euro. Right, I shall leave that with you today, and back into. Oh no, we haven't touched on Aussie. Aussie, I think I said last week I thought it might go higher, but at the moment, as of Friday, it just pulled down, and it's now just sort of going sideways, not doing anything. So it's one to keep an eye on. Right, I'll leave that with you. Have a great day. Kim will be back in touch on Wednesday.